Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another movie theory video. This is going to be for Harry Potter, and basically, in this theory, we're going to talk about our Harry and Hermione's siblings. So yeah, now this theory is pretty much loaded. It's got evidence from both the books and the movies, and since the books are for most part translated into movies, the movies follow the books almost to a T. So yeah, I'm gonna take evidence from both of them. Now this theory is loaded to the motherfucking brim. There's a lot of evidence and some counter arguments. So I'm just gonna go through most of the basics. I am likely gonna miss a lot of stuff. Um, but am gonna leave a link down below for those who want to check it out. Cause yeah, this theory is just basically loading. So yeah, basically it says that Hermione and Harry are siblings. Basically, it says that basically the basic parts of this theory is that Hermione is Harry's sister, the daughter of Lily and James. Hermione knows this, and as she is from Lily's blood, Lily Potter, the mother of Harry Potter. Hermione is important in the protection of Harry Potter, which goes with the protection theory, which is explored a lot, in my opinion, throughout the whole franchise. So yeah, basically it starts off, basically one of the things is that Hermione, the name alone, her name Hermione, sounds similar to the Latin and Spanish word hermana, or well, that's how it says in Spanish, hermana, which means sister. So they say that first. Okay, so I want to point that out first. Also, uh, general clues, it says that Hermione's overall behavior towards Harry, it says that since she knows that Harry is his since Hermione knows that Harry is her brother, she tends to have a special relation to him. Um, you know, they say it's unique. You know, that it's beyond friendship and not exactly romantic, which makes sense because she wouldn't want to be dating her brother. Makes sense. Which kind of also explains why she ends up with Ron by the end of the franchise. Because many of us, even me, wanted her to end up with Harry because it's the more logical point for the more logical person to have ended up with. But if that's the case, if they're siblings, then obviously she's not gonna go with Harry. She's gonna go with best friend Ron or someone else. Um, so yeah, that also explains why she didn't end up with Harry in a romantic sense. Um, Also, her behavior towards Harry overall is that it's almost sister-like. Her always trying to protect Harry every which way, and she often tries to protect him and whatnot. Also, Hermione isn't affected in any ways about Harry and her, like rumors about her and Harry, in general. Harry was annoyed, but not her, basically. And every single article that Rita Skeeter had, one of them says Harry Potter's secret heartache. She was rather amused, because apparently in that article it called them dating or something, like they had something, romantic relationship, but she just found it amusing. Um, so yeah. Also, let's see, what else does it say here? Trying to find some important points. Um, it also says that Hermione's psychology. Why is it Hermione is a know-it-all? Why is it so important for her to be the best student? Why is it a strange lack of background information concerning Hermione? Basically, J.K. Rowling usually tells us about such things. For instance, we know Ron is a jealous character because of childhood and the brothers, and also because of family lack of money. Voldemort hates muggles, so basically, also they say that that Harry's parents knew that. Basically, it kind of goes like this. After I read this paragraph, okay, Harry's parents knew that they were gonna go after that Voldemort was gonna go after Harry, likely. Um, There's another theory which says Neville Longbottom is also the chosen one, or maybe the other chosen one, or something like that. I may do that one in the future, but basically it says that Harry Potter's parents know that Harry is gonna be or supposed to be the chosen one, and Voldemort is gonna try and kill them, or kill Harry, and I guess consequently them. In order to protect Hermione, it said that they sent Hermione off away, or they hid her somewhere, and then the Grangers, Hermione Granger, the Granger family, uh, adopted her somehow. It doesn't really specify clearly, but it says they somehow acquired, Hermione, adopted her as one of her own, and she's treated as a Muggle because of her Muggle adoptive parents. So yeah, and also so that also parents would try to do anything to protect their children. So they sent her away, trying to protect Hermione, in case the worst were to happen to the rest of them. Um, so yeah, let me try to find more evidence here, because honestly, this theory is loaded. I try to read this, but it's just loaded to the brim. Um, yeah, they also say that they also say to back it up, that if you guys remember, Dumbledore had this fountain, I guess you could say, that has the memories in it, and they say that in the future, Harry finds a memory of Hermione or something like that. As I said, they also said that Voldemort won't find this, and so there will be no point in hiding truth from Harry anymore. Basically, Harry will learn occlumency once he's able to close his mind. Hermione or Dumbledore will tell him. Hermione will see Hermione Potter on the Marauders map. Even in the Marauders map, it says the full name, so it should say Hermione Potter, unless they legally changed her name to Hermione Granger, which I guess once makes sense. J.K. once said that McGonagall has a magical quill that writes the names of all magical babies into a book once they are born. So if you look through the book, it's possible that says, instead of Hermione Granger, it would say Hermione Potter. Yeah, Harry will realize Voldemort cannot harm him when he is in Hogwarts, just like when he was at Private Drive at his aunt's house, because of his mother's blood, blood, and Hermione will fulfill the prophecy of by killing Voldemort after Voldemort will have marked her with a scar. At that time, Harry will understand. So yeah, some more evidence. There is another part which I also found interesting. Also, it says that at the beginning of the series, Dumbledore said that he is gonna try to get Harry to whatever remaining family members he has. It says remaining. They say that remaining is not the same thing as living. Remaining in this case only remaining which ones are still public, I guess in a sense, to Harry. Hermione is hidden at the time, so she's not really public, so to speak. So they sent him to the Dursleys, and yeah, yeah. I mean, this theory is loaded. Yeah. I mean, this theory is actually pretty good and well written, especially from the website I'm getting it from. But it's just loaded a lot, I have to say. I think it's a pretty cool theory. Is it? I don't know how I feel about the theory as a whole though, cause it's kind of weird. But whatever. I guess it wouldn't be the strangest thing within the Harry Potter universe. I mean, let's be honest. Um. So yeah. Also, they say that Hermione is extremely smart, just like Lily Potter. They're both extremely smart, which they say draws parallels to that of James and Harry Potter, how they're both extremely brave and good at Quidditch. They say the same thing. Hermione is extremely smart and she's extremely well at school, just like Lily Potter, and they both are from Muggle families. Lily Potter is Muggle born, and Hermione, she was she's not exactly Muggle born, but or in this case, with this theory, she wouldn't be Muggle born, but she was raised by Muggle parents. So yeah, they do have some alternative theories, such as half sisters, half siblings, Hermione being from Lily's daughter. Um, so yeah, they also have them as cousins. Um, so yeah, they do have some variations of this theory, such as half siblings and cousins, which I guess makes a bit more sense, especially cousins. Um, so yeah, and also another thing to point out that Hermione and Harry's birthdays are 10.5 months away. I believe Hermione's older than Harry, but I'm not completely sure. I forget which one's older, but they say their birthdays about 10 months away, which makes sense considering the fact that pregnancies take 9 months, especially after birth. The one thing though, I don't think it's safe to have sex after about a month. I think in order to have safe sex after a pregnancy is at least a year and a half. You should after a year and a half after birth. I think it's allowed to have sex, without any complications. But whatever. So yeah, I guess they had one. About a month later, they did it, got pregnant, and then 9 months later, the other one popped out. Okay, to put it at best. So yeah, I mean that's basically it for this theory. I'll leave a link down below for those who want to check out this whole theory, because this one's just, it's got a lot of evidence. It's got quotes. Um, so yeah, that's basically it for this theory. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Besides that, I also do movie theories on a weekly basis. Usually I post the videos between Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Depends how my scheduling is. Usually Sunday, but sometimes a bit earlier, sometimes a bit later. So yeah, usually I do it on the weekends. So yeah, so if you want to get that on your subscription list, subscribe to me. Besides that, comment down below on your thoughts on this theory. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's a good theory? What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's plausible, or do you want to go with one of the alternative theories, saying that they're half siblings or cousins? And again, there's gonna be a link down below for those who want to check out the whole theory as a whole. Besides that, like this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.